there's two different camps, right? Well, actually three. There's the camp that has like, yes, I've known this all along, and it's about time that there's some honesty. There's a second camp that's like, what? Wait, huh? And is starting to look at things differently and maybe dig in and try to figure out what's going on. And then there's a third camp that I realized being online, and they are like digging their heels in, saying, how could this is a hero? This is a hero.
Okay.
But I want to take a look. And I'm just, you guys out there that are watching, I'm just throwing this at Lisa. She has no idea what I'm about to say. If her face is funny.
Oh,
I really want to take a look at these Fauci realizations. So there's two different camps, right? Well, actually three. There's the camp that has like, yes, I've known this all along, and it's about time that there's some honesty. There's a second camp that's like, what? Wait, huh? And is starting to look at things differently and maybe dig in and try to figure out what's going on. And then there's a third camp that I realized being online, and they are like digging their heels in, saying, how could this is a hero? This is a hero. And so, what I kind of would like to look at, the people that are in the middle, like, they're digging in and they're researching, trying to figure it out. They'll find it out for themselves.
yeah.
But the people that are like, yeah, it's about time, like, one question is, what is advice for them for August and how to handle the other folks?
Good question.
And then the other question is for those that are like sticking with this and just like, he's a hero, he's a hero, he's a hero. What advice do we have for them? Because if you only like stay on your team, no matter what the team is, even this, if that's a team, right?
Yeah.
If you're only on your team and you don't open yourself up to new ideas, that is kind of like a definition of cult, which is pretty scary. So
Yeah.
what could we maybe invite those people to look at? Like, so there's a couple different questions there. I'd just like to see what the cards might say. Hey, this is how to handle, when you're being confronted, or maybe you need to consider this. I just kind of a look. I don't even know if you just want to do a full read or one card for each, but there's a couple different camps going on here, and somehow we're all going to have to unify because this is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a
It
very
is.
big deal what has been finally like revealed in front of a congressional committee.
I like that. I think I'm feeling kind of a card for each camp.
Okay, let's do the camps. So
Yeah.
camp one would be those that have known this or believed this or had access to this information for many years
Mm-hmm.
and have a variety of emotions surrounding this. Some might be relief, some might be annoyance, I don't know, but so what advice could we give them of how to navigate the next steps, or to navigate those that maybe are just waking up to this or are in full rebellion of it?
That's a good one. So you're going to pull from the hard truth deck?
I can do that.
That's what we need, that hard truth deck on camp one. We need that on each camp. And then we'll
so for those of you,
then we'll compare and what we've got here on that camp one.
Yeah, you do yours and you let me know when you're ready, and I'll
okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I've got my answer on camp one.
Okay.
And this is quite interesting because I pulled two cards from different decks. The first one is a card which represents sacrifice. And the second card that I pulled is referencing the grand symphony of it all. I don't know if we can see these cards if you want to see them.
Oh, yeah, hold it up. We can see it.
You see like the sacrifice, and you see that rainbow in the back. Coming out of the darkness and the water. It's like we have sacrificed so much, but we've held true to our beliefs, and we're coming out of that darkness, and the light is going to shine, because in the end, everything is in perfect order, and the grand symphony is in harmony and in balance. So what this is saying, I mean, camp one, the message is, yeah, you got to look at all sides, but camp one is like, yeah, you've paid the price and you sacrifice, but you're staying true to who you are. And it's all unfolding to kind of what you were hoping for.
You're like, I just love cards sometimes. They're just amazing. Like a card flew out of my deck of hard truths
Oh, wow.
for camp one. And it the card is here, let me pull it up, is lost faith.
Wow.
Right? And the description on it says the weight of the world feels heavy and you may feel alone, but you have allies. Others share your beliefs. Don't let despair win.
Wow. I got goosebumps.
And this is because I know these, I understand this, like powerful.
Yeah.
The camp one has been alone and they have been attacked and they have been ridiculed and they have been called all kinds of horrific things.
And made sacrifices over that and lost friends.
Exactly. And I watch many people online lose their businesses and their their channels and different things because of just a difference of opinion over these years. So that lost faith for camp one people, you have allies. Others share your beliefs. Don't let despair win. Even if you see the other two camps and they're making you feel like despair.
Well, and it's like it's all going to be okay. The grand symphony, and it's flowering and blossoming, and the hummingbird like spirit is coming in and filling it up.
Right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so for camp two, so these are our people that are potentially just starting to go down a really, really dark rabbit hole.
Okay.
When it comes to so those of you that are just joining, we're just kind of taking a look at with all the revelations with Fauci and the Fauci diaries and the gain of function research. There's a few different camps, those that have known, those that are just now discovering it, and those that still rebuke this whole idea and think he's a hero. So we're just pulling some cards on that. So for those in camp two that are just starting to go down this rabbit hole.
Camp two.
Yeah, I'm pulling hard truth cards and Lisa is pulling other.
Oh my gosh, I'm ready.
Okay, she has pulled some cards. Here we go.
Allow yourself to receive.
Wow.
Open up and listen to the message. Listen to different opinions. Don't be so shut off. Open up to what feels right for you.
Wow.
In the green, I look at the on the crystal card too, and when I see that green represents healing. It's like that healing energy. Open up and receive, and let the energies of August, let the bad thoughts and attitude go. Open up. There's more out there than you realize.
Okay, group two. Let me get this back up. Okay, group two, your hard truth. If you're starting to go down that rabbit hole because you believed one way and now maybe you're opening up to other information, which is a great place to be, at least being open to other information, right? Which is what you just talked about. This card is called the necessary ending.
Wow.
So for group two, a situation needs to dissolve to make space for new opportunities to arise. Embrace endings as necessary parts of your evolution.
Wow.
So, hey, this is, a necessary ending, like a necessary, if you had this belief that everything was one way and now it's crumbling, it might be a necessary ending so that you can move forward in your own personal evolution. And then that impacts the whole evolution of humankind, this whole world.
Absolutely.
Like, this is really powerful.
Wow. Yes. Again, you look at this, we're talking about Fauci and these different groups. We started talking about the energies of August, where we are. It's all tied together. Everything energetically, collectively, it's all tied together. And I think we have to allow ourselves to receive the information and the intuition that's coming through and trust all that information.
Yes, and I would say also, while still using discernment.
Yes, absolutely.
Because we've got all kinds, we are being bombarded. All three camps are getting information that helps solidify, where they're at. So discernment still, like, at least just be open to another opinion. Like, it's so important. So camp 3. Okay.
Okay, camp 3.
Camp 3 is the camp that was full on getting the shots, masking up, scared, terrified, watching the news, and thinks Fauci is still a hero and that these things are only happening because of political reasons. So what advice could we give that group? I have a big heart for this group because they've got to be having a rough time right now. That could be a lot of cognitive dissonance coming up because you have this firm belief rooted in you, but you're seeing this evidence otherwise. So do you actually take time to consider it, or do you just automatically say, oh, it's just a political thing?
Okay, let's check in on that.
It's an uncomfortable place to be. So I send you guys love if you're in this spot right now.
Wow, interesting. I pulled a couple of cards on this, and one of them actually flew out of the deck again as well. And I got 2 of the cards that represent the sacral chakra. This is from one deck, the sacral chakra. And I also pulled the carnelian, which represents the sacral chakra of our creativity and kind of, I guess you could call it, they call that the Buddha belly. But what I'm hearing is, you've got to feed your soul. This group has also made a lot of sacrifices, but they need to open up to kind of where their joy is. There's some sort of, I feel like, a blockage for this group that's allowing them to, I don't know, this sounds crazy. I'm just hearing allowing them to express themselves how they truly want to. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for what I'm about to say, but this group feels like they're just totally controlled by the powers to be and the politicians of how they think they are supposed to think and act.
Do you mean they're not consciously aware of that, or just
no? They're not. I don't think consciously aware, and they haven't really tapped into their true selves. They're being those followers and trusting and kind of the lambs following to slaughter. And they need to just take a moment and tapping into baby steps. It can be something as simple as, like, what's your joy? What is your hobby? Start finding other things beside putting all of your energy into that direction, and not just taking something as truth because it was on the news or your senator told you or whomever, some politician told you or some doctor told you. Using that discernment and what really feels right for you, not just because you think that's what you should do.
Right. And you're going to, again, here's another shocker. Like, the cards that I pulled, these hard truths are really beautiful for these 3 different groups. So it's interesting what you just said, because I think you're saying there is a block or something. And the card that I pulled for group 3 is that they have a fear of their power.
There you go.
Yeah. So it goes on to explain. It says, power has been quietly developing inside of you, waiting to be claimed, but fear is stopping you.
And the power comes from the sacral chakra.
And that's that's down low, one of the base chakras.
Kind of the middle, like, that creative, like the belly. Belly. Yeah.
Yeah, and the final part of the card says it's time to own your strength and unleash your magic. So This actually makes a lot of sense. If there is a block there and the power has been slowly developing, but it's been blocked by maybe this exterior
Yeah.
information, right? This is like
Yeah.
that. Now we're going back to the August reading. Trust your intuition and allow your own power to emerge. Obviously, we're talking about the healthy kind of power, not the crazy
Yes.
power that's,
Right.
abusive. But
No.
don't let fear, it says fear is stopping you. So there's a fear surrounding this situation with what's being revealed about Fauci. And I will say to this group, you are not a bad person. If you got the shot or you said Fauci's the best, the best, the best, you are not a bad person. The
It's
strongest,
okay to change your mind.
exactly, the strongest person is the one who can go, wow, that's a lot of information. I've changed my mind. I apologize to my family that I, harassed for 6 years or whatever it is. Like that's power. That's true power.
Absolutely. And back to release the resistance to change. Don't
Right.
be afraid to change. It's okay. I mean, that's life and learning.
Absolutely.
We do the best we can in the moment we're in. And then sometimes we find out that, there were other ways. It's the same with this group. There's nothing to be shameful of or beat yourself up over.
No. Nope, not at all. It's a rough, uncomfortable development.
Yes. We've been programmed that way.
No, we're all
made to feel that way. Yes.
We're all programmed to some extent.
We're all programmed.
Yeah. We all know this, right? That's what we work through, right? We try to break that down.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's a big one. So all three groups, I just send you lots of love, and it's okay, no matter where you are, even if you're like kind of moving between groups, that's okay too.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, this has been wonderful.
Yeah,
I'm glad we did this.
Yeah, me too. So hopefully we will get some more people to come join us next time when we're live. We'll do this again. We'll do some live readings. This one just ended up being collective, which is totally fine. But yeah, anything else that you think you want to share before we close out?
I think we shared quite a bit today.
Yeah, it's a lot of chatty chat.
It's a lot to absorb.
Yeah, it is. So Lisa, would you just share the Laura's Lane discount or about how people can find you if they want to do a personal reading with you?
Yeah, if they message me directly, you can find me on Instagram, Lisa Leone, Psychic Realtor or Sacred Visions. My website is lisaleone.com. Just contact me through there, mention Laura's Lane, and there will be a special promotion for telephone or Zoom readings.
Okay, nice. And then everyone, you can see, I didn't have it running. I should have shown that one. I have free 5-minute audio download that you can get in the description. If you want to find out what your voice reveals about your personality, I do vocal profile reports. Look down in the description. Yeah, those are cool. There is also a toolbox that kind of briefly talked about that. The pause, allow, choose, engage. And that also you can find in the description. And hopefully soon I'll have my clarity deck. The one that I've been using, I'm just modifying it before I actually start producing it for the public. And that will be available. So keep your eye out for that. And yay, I don't know. I mean, I'm really glad.
It's been a good day. Well, let's get ready for August. We only have a few hours.
Absolutely, you guys. Have a beautiful end of July. And, do you have a drink?
I do.
Yay!
Salute.
Cheers to everyone out there.
Salute.
Stay open, you guys. Stay authentic and stay present. We will see you again soon. Have a beautiful, beautiful August, peeps.
Bye.
Ciao for now.
Ciao.